Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order, and we have the minutes of September 7th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of September 7th.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we have warrants 6P, and ratify 6R.
I'll make a motion to approve bills for payment 6P, and 6R.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion? Warrant 6 is for $1,819,139.32. And most of that went to our first half of the school district payment. Also, we paid for some fuel, payroll taxes, rescue monthly bill, the work being done on Camp Arden Road structure, and some health insurance. Any questions, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Let's see. We don't have anything on the ARPA funding, but I hope some more comes in. Recognition of visitors and public comments, anything? You guys?
We'd like to talk a little bit about ARPA and our mini splits.
Right.
Do you want that a little bit later in the agenda, or do you want it now?
It's actually under the ARPA funding.
Let's do it right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. As you know, we're hoping to get a mini split, and Chuck is gonna tell you briefly where we are in the process. And it looks like it's gonna take us a couple months to even get bids again, but Chuck is gonna fill you in, and we wanna make sure that those funds are gonna be available to us. That you indicated your preliminary approval. Obviously, you don't have the exact amount, so let Chuck fill you in on it.
Okay.
We've been in touch with a number of contractors, and we're expecting bids from 4 different contractors, and we'll be getting references also for them. And it does look as if it's going to cost a little more than the $6,000 to $9,000 range, which I think you've already informally approved. How much more, I don't know, because they haven't, in fact, made the formal bids yet. So we're trying to do it responsibly and finding out what we can, and we're going to push along as fast as we can, but we're at the mercy of their schedules. There's one site visit October 20th, there's another one January 31st, and I'm not sure yet what the other 2 contractors will, what their schedules will be.
If it turns out to be more than 10,000, do we have is there a further approval thing on the October 10 through our, or does it matter?
No, because they're not under the town.
Yeah.
So
Right,
what
okay,
they will do is they will get their bids in and have their own meeting and discuss it and approve what they feel with this historical society they want for whatever contractor. And then when you guys vote on it and you've decided on the one, then you send it to us.
Do we actually send it, or does it have to come directly from the contractor?
No, you just, when you decide on, if say you have 3 in front of you and you decide on A, okay, you as a group decide on A, then send us A, and then you send us a letter that says, I'm requesting, for the mini splits, I'm requesting payment through the ARPA funds of this amount.
Yeah.
And then we then put it on the warrant and decide for the final payment.
Thank you. But if the one that we choose happens to be over $10,000, you would then need to see the other 2 bids. Is
No,
that
because
not-
it's internal within you because you're not a town entity.
Oh, okay.
You're it.
Oh,
You are now it.
I had misunderstood.
Oh, I
thought-
had misunderstood.
Right.
So
Because I
no-
was reading the town
Because-
process and.
No, the rec board, yes, it's a town, under the town
I see.
entity.
Oh.
So yes, we would have to go through our bidding process and everything else. But you guys decide on which one and send it to us, and then we approve it through the warrant process.
That's very helpful, thank you.
And I think you'll be pleased, initially, we had 2 bids that were quite a ways apart. And they were really, and I think I mentioned this before, they were bidding on apples and oranges.
Yeah.
And through Chuck's work and with a couple other people helping him, coming up with a very clear spec sheet. So all 4
Wonderful.
bids are going to be on the same specs, which
Perfect.
I think you'll be pleased with the responsibility that we've taken on it.
Yes,
So,
yes.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I would also mention on another subject that we're very grateful to you for including us on the town sign that you're going to put up. That's very helpful, much appreciated.
Good, yeah, Lori's been working on that, I guess. Yep.
For years, actually.
For years, she got it, and they got it, so hey,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and how is the installation process coming, okay?
Well, we don't, in fact, I sent an email today to Chad Farnham asking him for a guess as to when he'll be able to get to it.
Okay.
Because everything is in process, we're simply waiting for him. And we're on his work schedule now, we know that, but I don't know the exact date, but by tomorrow I'll probably know when he thinks he'll be able to get to it. So
It's been tough.
everything seems to be in order there, and we're pleased with the prospect. Looks good,
Good, good,
looks good.
great.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. How about the road foreman?
Okay, the road foreman, well, I'll do he had the FEMA update in terms of under the road foreman. So we've got the partial payment, a little bit of roughly 15,000 in
Okay,
from a reimbursement from FEMA.
okay.
That's it so far.
That leaves just about
Oh,
160 or
I think a
so.
little bit more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
I've
nice-
lost, there's too many numbers going
Nice,
through my
nice
head
that
now.
it started.
It's a start.
Yeah.
It's a start. We know we're still on their list.
Great.
Okay, so in terms of the West Village regarding the plowing at the post office, Lee did connect finally with the postmaster and he explained the situation. He plows through, he salts, it's the responsibility to clean it out. He said the postmaster seemed to understand it and he was fine.
Mhm.
So that takes care of that. So they've been working on the grading. The mowing is almost complete. They've been putting in culverts and they've installed anywhere between 10 and 12 culverts here in the last bit. They've been hauling some gravel. The gate is been moved to the property line at the gravel pit.
Mhm.
And they have put the no trespassing signs up around the pit.
Okay.
And the Camp Arden Bridge deck did just get poured, and I believe it's a 10 to 15 day set time. So it'll be probably the middle to the end of October before it's all over. But it has been poured.
Great.
And the covered bridge did get nicked on the west side. They did get all the information, the state police, the report. It's not much, it's trim boards. And Lee says basically just in the spring he'll get some paint and paint it. Probably won't replace the trim boards, but at least just paint them up. So that's what I got from the highway.
Great. Sounds good. Any questions for?
Oh, let me just add to this
Oh,
one.
yes,
Yes.
yeah, sure.
So I actually found this hanging in the hallway, and just to let everybody know, I've sent it over to Lori so she's got the information. But the Route 30 project that's going to be going on, the construction project, you can get updated emails through VTrans or every week, and they'll be sending them out if you sign up for them. So just to let people know if they're interested in what's going to be happening the rest of this year and into next year, grab the email from Lori, or maybe she'll put it out on an email notice and stuff, and so you can get updated as the progress.
Okay, great. Let's see. Is there anything under correspondence for information that you'd like to go over?
You're gonna be able to go to the covered bridge step thing?
Yeah, on the
I got a
18th.
few questions that I was just wondering if you could pose.
Absolutely. Just You want to just send me a text or
You-
email, or do you want to tell me that?
Oh, I can just,
Yeah.
well, I wrote them down just so I
Okay.
wouldn't forget them.
Great.
So,
Right.
yeah, it was more questions of liability. The other thing is, if it's gonna be, what happens if there's damage to it? The perpetual, yearly cost, maintenance liability of it, if it becomes damaged over a winter, in terms of what are we gonna do? So if you could just, those are my thoughts with the whole thing. The other thing is since if this went forward and we're getting grant money, does that have to be ADA compliant?
Good question.
So that was on the list.
Is
So
that
there we
not-
go. You know,
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about, ice and the
Yeah,
river, but
yeah.
how,
Okay, I'll get answers.
okay, perfect, thank you.
all right, anything else under correspondence for information? Okay, under new business, any ARPA updates or discussion?
I checked in with Charlotte today, and we still haven't gotten the last of the ARPA money. Last time it was 3 weeks apart, so maybe we'll get it this week, but there's been no updates, and I've checked on VLCT and there's no updates there, so we're just waiting. And you saw the email that went out from the Grange regarding the
Right.
roof,
Mhm.
so that'll be on the next warrant.
Could you review what that was?
That was to fix the roof, and they were having issues trying to get people in too. So it came into to do the slates 2,000, and they want to get the roof fixed first, and then see if that everything's fine before they went into the painting and the fixing of the plaster, so there was no more
Makes
leaks.
sense.
Yeah, and so we don't have any extra money that's the last payment. Yet, and the other thing is Maeve did connect with Charlotte regarding the tax, the tax ID, and she's working. Maeve's got to have some contacts for Charlotte to send the paperwork to, and that hasn't happened. So she hasn't proceeded yet on ordering anything. So there's nothing going on with the rec department that we're aware of right yet.
Okay,
So
let's hope they get the ice rink in before.
well, that's the thing. But yeah, so that's the only ARPA updates I've got.
Okay, oh, great. So, I guess the only other business that I know of is Jean Newell
That's right.
was recognized as Lister of the Year.
No.
Is that right?
Yes, on Friday. It was
In Montpelier.
in Montpelier. Maria and I went along with Lori and Eliza and Pam and who am we missing? Harold,
And their daughter.
their daughter. And it was a nice little. She was shocked. She had no idea any of us were there.
So this was at a training.
This,
for
yeah,
listers.
is their yearly meeting, I think it is. And normally they don't really go to those because it's, but they got her conned into going, and she was absolutely shocked
Yes, she was.
and very humbled, and it was a nice little, and she got a plaque, and I guess she's brought it over to the town office, and I think Lori was gonna put it up.
Great.
That was, yeah. So it was a really nice little time, and it's,
That's great.
yep. So Jean is our lister of the year
I
for
think she's
Vermont.
the Lister of the century.
Yes, and then I ran into her and she won a couple little things up there too. I guess they had to write a little story about what the I don't know, the weirdest thing they've ever run across as a lister, and she won that award.
Wow.
And then she won some other raffle up there. I mean, she was winning it all. Yeah, she was hot. So it was, yeah.
Taking her with you to a casino.
I think we should,
Yeah.
yes. So yes, it was very well deserved and it was a great time.
Yeah, well, great,
Yep,
good.
Very
I'm glad you could go.
yeah.
I'm glad whoever conned Jean into going.
That was, I think, the
Successful.
boys, yes. Yeah.
Great.
So,
Any other business? Business?
I can't think of anything.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Go.